Hello, everybody. My name is Christina Chapin, and I'm on the whole brain teaching staff. I'm Gold certified, and I teach in the south suburbs of Chicago. Currently, we are completely remote, but in 1 month, we're going to be going hybrid. What does that mean, hybrid? In special education, well, they get the option in our setting to go Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, everyone will be remote. About half my kids have decided to come in, and half of them have decided to go remote. It will be tricky, but the same principles that you use in remote can go in both ways, in hybrid and remote. So I'm going to show you a quick visual that you can use in your classroom. In whole brain teaching, I found that using visuals with my children who have significant cognitive difficulties has been successful. And one of the struggles I had was my kids were having trouble with Teach OK and Please Help Me. So I kind of engaged them, got their attention. It wasn't that they were being bad. It's just sometimes the screen is not as effective as being live person to person. So I tried to pick something that they liked and what something that they liked. And then I made a pic collage of it. Today I'm going to show you how to use pic collage. Now, in my classroom, there's also Board Maker that you can use for visuals. You can do Google on the internet. You can do lesson pics, one of my personal favorites, but those things you have to pay for, Board Maker and lesson pics. I'm going to show you something that's completely free. Now, of course, because I love using brainy creativity, I have paid for some of the backgrounds in pic collage. So let me show you. My recommendation when you're doing visuals for kids, not collages, like I do a lot of collages in my room that I stick up on the wall, those should be more plain. So the free ones just work just fine. So I'm going to show you. I have a Samsung, and as you can see, all you do is you click on the app pic collage. It's available for both Android and Apple. Then what I do is I press Get Started. I like the grids myself because they're more uniform. And you can either have multiple pictures or one. I'm going to choose one. And then what you can do is you can tap anywhere for a photo. Now, for me, I like to get ones, I like real pictures. And I may be doing that more for my instruction, my classroom. I have visuals right now that I use for my Google Meets. But I think if I was to do it over again, I would actually use real pictures from Google Meets. And then when I switch over on Wednesday nights to Zoom for my Wednesday night class. But for purposes today, I'm just going to show you how I use it with just with one or two pictures. So what I do is, because I don't necessarily have a picture and I'm trying to engage the students' interest, I found out their secret sauce. One of my students loved animals, so I got stuffed animals. Another one is obsessed with Michael Jackson, so I got Michael Jackson. Another one loves Minecraft, so I got Minecraft. So it's whatever works for your child. And what I love about pic collage is it's so fast. You can literally do 5 of them in 5 minutes. So I'm going to choose on my icon instead of the picture on my phone. I'm going to pick web image. And let's see. I'm going to pick, let's do Chris Biffle. Let's see what if anything comes up. And he's our coach. Oh, looky here. Here's Coach. So you would pick one of the pictures of Coach or whatever you want. I'm going to pick a nice one. I like this one of Coach. He's busy teaching. I'm going to pick that one. Okay. As you can see, there's Coach teaching. But I may want to make it a little smaller. So all you do is take your fingers, just like any, and you make it a little smaller. Not that Coach is less important, but I want to have enough room to put whatever commands that I want my students to follow. So make that smaller. And then I press, and this is the Android, press text. So you have a whole variety of text you can use. I think with special education kids, the plainer and the bolder is better. So I'm going to say that right now, I want to emphasize teach okay. So I'm going to write teach okay. And I want it down here above. So you can see this is teach okay. Now, I could leave it like this, and it probably would be effective, but I like to jazz it up a little bit. So I'm going to add some backgrounds. As you can see, I have kind of gone a little crazy with all the backgrounds. And if you have a kid that really likes a certain type of background, go for it. I like to make it symmetrical so it kind of goes with it. And I'm going to go with just a red, because red is good. Or I could go with, we want to emphasize positive behavior, so I might do a green instead. So, and then all I have to do is publish it, send it to myself in an email. I can upload it on Google Docs and use that as part of my presentation, and the kids can see directly. Or I could just make a paper copy of it and send it home, or have the kids view it as I'm teaching. So there's all different kinds of ways. Now, I also would be negligent on my part if I didn't recognize some of the people that have made some fantastic visuals for special education. And Heidi and Crystal have made some really great ones. This one, I got this idea from Andrea Schindler. You take the rules, you bring them down about 3/4 of the size, put them on a popsicle stick you can get at the dollar store, and you can emphasize the rules. It's funny, just showing the rules is not effective, but somehow when you put them on a popsicle stick, they become a little more effective. Another thing I'm going to show you is, this is from Dog McGregor. I've showed you this before. The 4 parts of the lesson. So, and then also some other lesson tips. So for example, we have our class yes. That's with the wolf. That's the kind of behavior we want to see. We practice that. Then for fun, we might practice the turtle, how the turtle is. So as you can see, this is red for habits that we want to avoid. And this is green for habits we want to have. The wolf is in the side, and the turtle is in the side. My one recommendation to you is don't do what Mrs. Chapin did. And let me get an example of this one, of one of them. I kind of did this while I was watching TV. And you got your teach okay, and then you turn it over and it's upside down. And it always makes the kids laugh. And I thought about changing it, but I thought, it's good for them to see that you don't have to be perfect. And it just kind of adds to the funtricity of having to pay attention to how you're showing it. So those are some easy visuals that I have used in special education in a whole brain teaching classroom. Another thing I would recommend, if you'd like more information, you can also use Pic Collage for individual schedules. As I mentioned before, lesson picks is great, $36 a year, but I am a real picture girl. A real picture girl takes a lot more work, but you can take a portion of the day that your student is struggling with. You could even do the 4 parts of the lesson, and you could show them visually what to do. Assign somebody who is maybe a little higher level. I have never met a kid that doesn't like to help. There's been contingencies on their help sometimes, but I've never met a kid who says, I don't want to help. And they can help that child navigate the schedule. How wonderful is that for you? You can focus on other things. You can do some paperwork while that one student is helping the other student. And the miracle is when they get to the point that they can do it without the schedule. That's the ultimate goal. So I hope that some of those ideas were helpful. I know some of you are in a inclusion classroom and have the advantage of a special education teacher in there. And some of you get a surprise and that special education teacher is nowhere to be found. So I hope that some of those ideas will help. Please, please, please send me a message on Facebook. And if you need any help, I love solving problems. And I will talk with you next time. Bye.